Alrighty, folks. All right. I am back. Thinking maybe I just need to get out more. That would help once I get back to work. I think my job was the main motivator for me to leave the house. And now I don't have that. It's like I more or less become a homebody. I'm here a better part of the day, most days. Only leaving to like take a walk, go swimming, play basketball on the weekends, which I definitely was outside of the house more often during the summertime because I am able to play basketball at the local school. The camera issues should be resolved fully and completely, I'm hoping and thinking, because I was able to get the drivers fully updated today, so hopefully that is the end, at least for the time being. Gonna keep my fingers crossed of all the technical difficulties and issues with this laptop. Again, I bought this laptop last year. It should not have any issues whatsoever. I don't even really fully understand why updates are regularly needed. I think that something like drivers should update automatically without any approval or consent from myself. It should just automatically update. Because why would I want my machine to have technical problems and difficulties? Why would I want there to be glitches in the system? Why would I want a webcam that doesn't work, or that's faulty or malfunctioning? Ought to go without saying that, of course, I want everything on this laptop to work all the time, including the camera, including the microphone. And if there is a problem, I want it to be resolved in a timely fashion. I've got to give a shout out here to Microsoft support. Abjit, hopefully I'm saying that right. It's a foreign name. And there was another one. I'm sorry, I can't remember her name right now. I think she was an American, though. She had an American name, or at least an English name. Just harder for me to remember. I'm not very good with names. Microsoft support was huge. They were able to basically log onto my machine with Quick Assist. You might have heard about it. I have Windows 11. They were able to find the error code. The laptop wasn't recognizing the error code. And I guess kind of a long story short, they were able to narrow it down to being a driver issue. Like again, I haven't damaged this laptop at all. The laptop downstairs is a Lenovo, the Lenovo Y50. I dropped that laptop twice and it still powers on and works to this day. And that is about a 10-year-old machine. That is more or less what I expect from my laptops. I also bought MSI a GL65 Leopard. I bought it back in 2020 and it basically stopped working after 2 years. Was it 2 or 3 years? I think it was 2 years it stopped working. I took it down to the repair shop, and I can keep talking about this, I guess, when I play the game. Oh, what's the problem here? Let me see if I can just unplug and re-plug it back in. I might have to just log out of the game. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing. Try to reset the game. But yeah, now the camera's working exactly as it's supposed to. Like, this is how it always was supposed to work. I wonder if to celebrate I should try just playing with the camera up today. Just to try it. rebooting the game. Let me go back over here and sure, let me try it like this today so you can still see me when I play. Okay, hopefully the controls are working. Okay, there we go. I was alt tab, so maybe that had something to do with that scrolling issue. I'm telling you, tech issues, tech problems, I can't stand them. As I was saying, I had an MSI GL65 after about 2 years. Now, this was a beast of a machine. Like, it was a very good laptop, don't get me wrong. When it worked well, and the keyboard was so beautiful. It was Steel Series, I still remember. And it was like a laser light show every single time I turned the computer on. Like, it was great. I loved it. And the computer, like I said, worked very well when it worked. But the problem started to arise when it just would not power on. And even before, oh shoot, I might actually have to start referring to the guide in this game because I don't know. Compose Melancholy. I guess just keep walking around. Let me take a look at the map. So this one might be the closest. Lost Girl. Let me try getting there. Turn up the volume just a little bit. I don't like my volume especially loud. I like to protect my ears. And I've done a very good job of taking care of my hearing. Like, I still have more or less good hearing. I tried to win the sweepstakes today. Fiddler's Green Amphitheater. Casey Musgraves is going to come out. I like her song, Cardinal. Are you watching me from the other side? I think that's how it goes. Cardinal. Yeah, it's a very good song, actually. And Father John Misty is also playing. I'm not as knowledgeable about his act. Casey Musgrave also had another song that she did a collaboration, Sitting in the Corner, which is also a good song.
Hello there. Hello? Testing.
Pascal? Is that you?
9S. Yes, it is me. Many apologies for the sudden transmission. I heard that you were searching for the missing child, yes? Well, if you would, please consider this a personal request from myself as well. Go find the child as quickly as you can. She's such a good little girl, and so fond of her sister. She's probably somewhere around the desert at the moment. That's where she's likely to find the dented plate her sister needs.
Got it.
Thank you so much. And please be careful, alright?
Be as careful as I can. Yeah, the GL65 my MSI would just stop turning on. Like, it fully bricked up. Like, it would not power on at all. Plugged in, it wouldn't power on. I would press the power button, it wouldn't power on. Unplugged, it wouldn't power on. It wouldn't power on any kind of way. It basically became a brick. And then, this was back when I was living in Centennial here in Colorado, back when I first saw that problem, back when I first started noticing it. And there was a local computer place. I've been there a couple times now. I believe it was called Pro Computers. You can probably look it up. I'm just glad to experience progression in this game, because last episode was kind of a slow episode gameplay-wise. Like, I was basically in full-on exploration mode in the last episode, and I feel like I didn't really get much done or accomplished, which is bound to happen in a game like this, with there being such a big and open world. You kind of like have the feeling of like aimlessness, like I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing, which I feel like this episode's already off to a different start, so that's a relief. But yeah, the GL65, I took it down, like I said, to the Pro Computers to get it fixed, and he was able to actually get it working.
Is that...
It was... Okay, hold on, Lost Girl, we're coming for you. I want to finish my story, though, before I lose my train of thought. And yeah, I left the computer with him. He was able to get it working. It was a rather expensive repair. It was like, I think it was like 100 or 200 bucks to fix the laptop. The laptop itself was like $1,400. All very expensive, super expensive. And it worked for a while. I think it worked for like a month straight. And then, like, as soon as that was the warranty period, was a month. After that month was up, it stopped working. Of course, it bricked up again. And I wasn't able to take it in for the warranty because it was out of warranty repair. And after that, I said, you know what? If it doesn't work after this, I'm done. Like, I am not going to pour any more money into this machine. I'm just going to write it off as a loss. And I ended up recycling it. I drove back down to that Pro Computers and I just dropped it off. And I haven't had it since. I ended up buying this machine. It is a Victus HP. I blamed HP a lot for the technical problems and difficulties. I'm like, why is there a webcam that... I mean, you guys saw all throughout the series. It's like, why is there a webcam that does not work? I think the short and easy answer... The answer that I came to, the conclusion I came to, was it was the driver. The driver was simply out of date. And so I think it's like shared blame in that case. Like, it's both me and them. It was me for not researching it enough, looking online for the driver. This is an HP machine. It does have what's called the HP Support Assistant. I'm still not sure why it doesn't catch the fact that your drivers are out of date. Seems like that should be one of the main features of the Support Assistant for HP, but alright, I'll get back to the gameplay. Yeah, it didn't catch it. I had to look online for the drivers. Long story short. Hey there, are you the machine who came out here looking for a spare part? Who are you? Your sister asked us to look for you. She did, really? Really, so what do you say we head home? Wah, I was so scared.
Right. Let's get her back to Pascal's village.
How'd you get lost out here anyway?
I was looking for my sister's part.
I forgot what her voice sounded like.
Scared.
And
Oh,
it's hard for
come
me to
on
make the
now,
voice.
Don't cry. Did you at least find what you needed?
Yeah. She'll be happy, right?
I'm sure she will. But I bet she'll be even happier to see you back home safe and sound.
Okay.
I guess she goes her own way. We're just escorting her.
Hey, mister. Why did you make the desert?
No one made the desert. It's just an area that lost all its vegetation due to a lack of precipitation. This caused lasting changes in the soil, which means plants aren't able to...
What's soil?
Soil? It's dirt. Ground. The stuff we're walking on?
I like ground.
Sounds like me trying to explain a concept. Well. Yeah, see, like, I'm already over level for this. I'm level 17. Okay, there's another guy. Yeah, these enemies are much easier to fight, too. Get away from her. I guess the levels in this game help you know if you're, like, in an area you're quote-unquote supposed to be. Because...
Hey, mister. Why is the
yeah, if you fight something that's hard to kill, you know
Wind
you're
is
not
just
in
a
the wrong area.
force caused by changes in temperature and atmospheric pressure and... Huh. That's actually a hard question now that I think about
Yeah,
it.
some of the simplest
I need
questions are the
deep
hardest to
breathing.
answer.
I mean, where does the wind blow from? What do you think, 2B?
Don't know, don't care.
Nice. I kind of like 2B. I think she's my favorite character. There's a whole combat system I'm still getting the hang of too. It's like using the projectile system, using the weapon, and of course 2B has an entire moveset too. Like different attacks that she can do. Like she can go up in the air. She's this attack, which I didn't even do. She's got like an entire moveset, basically. And of course different movesets with different weapons. So there's a lot of hidden complexity, I would say, in terms of this game's gameplay. I don't...
Well,
mommy and
machines
daddy
can't
love each
really
other very
make
much.
Children. Neither can androids now that I think about it. 2B? Little help here?
Huh? You're the chatty one. Work it out.
Ooh.
Master Wayne, you gotta tell me how you make children.
Wow, it's getting late. Let's get you home already.
Baby bot, don't worry. She's not really a girl, right? She's a robot. Oh, what the... Mr. Light has become our ally. Dude, these are... Oh, ouch. And yeah, what I've noticed is that I'm hitting harder, and they're also not hitting me as hard. Like, I'm no longer being one-shot. I feel like I'm more willing to take chances in terms of the risks I'm more likely to get up close and personal when I'm taking this damage. Oh, get off of her. Sorry about that. Little splash damage. And yeah, I keep saying it. YouTube, Google, get my numbers up. I don't know if I'll be like Soda. I'm watching Soda on the screen right now. He had 8,000 viewers. Like, and my mom says it's not all a numbers game. Don't get swept up in social media and popularity and all that. And yeah, I understand that too. I just kind of wish I had some success. I don't necessarily need fame, but success would be nice to have, like money. I sometimes say I would rather be rich than famous, if given the choice. Although fame maybe couldn't hurt. I just would like people to think about me positively, basically. Like, I'd like them to think of me kind of like as a friendly hero, basically.
Thanks, mister. Thanks, Scorpio lady. Oh, and here, you can have this.
Talking over her. Pink ribbon. But can't move.
Make sure to come back and tell me how to make children.
Maybe I will someday, maybe I won't.
Well, that was exhausting.
Yep.
I would say for young people too, just don't be in a rush. There's no need to rush into that. Kids are a very big responsibility. They're kind of like pets, like cats and dogs. You do have to take care of them, and for most people, you're going to be doing that for at least 18 years. So it's not a minor commitment. Like, no, it's a very, very big commitment to have children. So yeah, don't rush in, is my advice on that. Especially if you're physically attractive. You're going to have options. So there's no need to rush in. Okay, I think I'm just going to start heading there. Sliding on the sand. And yes, I'm going to try not to consciously look up 2B's skirt. I am aware that you can. Again, I do kind of wish she was wearing shorts under that, or you had the option of putting shorts on her under that. To try to keep this program a little bit more PG. I know it's a game that's more on the PG-13 side. So if you're, you know, a kid watching at home, or, you know, mom and dad, you know, maybe look for a different series. Like, I think Death Stranding would probably be better. Come to think of it, like I haven't really had very many like general audience games here on the show. I think World of Warcraft is probably one of the more family-friendly games that I play or have played here on the show. Looking back, yeah, even Witcher 3, come to think of it, was more mature. Yeah. Cyberpunk was more mature. Sekiro was more mature. Like I've just played a bunch of mature games and titles. Yeah, come to think of it. So yeah, I probably ought to have more of a mature audience too. Yep, see, 20 minutes in, 0 viewers, and I'm just glad the camera's working. Like, turns out it was the driver all along. At least I think it was the driver, based on what I'm
Is
seeing.
this a pod?
Hypothesis. The owner discarded this pod and left it in safe mode. Motives unknown.
Why was it abandoned? Pod, reactivate it for me. If it's usable, try to overwrite the original owner with my ID.
Activation complete. Access granted. Previous owner ID successfully overwritten. Special weaponry now available.
Game is kind of therapeutic in a way. It's just like it's got very soothing music, very melodious exploration that's tends to be very easygoing. Although, as we saw in the last episode, there can be periods when you're fighting very, very challenging opponents. Right, I think there's something over here. Is that true? Let me take a look at the map. Yeah, I would like to go for this stuff out here in the desert before I head back to mainland. I don't really know why this area is grayed out, too. Mysterious letter. I'm going to try to hit all these photographs before going back. If I could do the top view. There we go. That's very helpful. Okay, alright, so I just watched a movie too. It's getting to the point where it's getting harder and harder for me to recall details about what I watched because I simply watch so much stuff now that I'm not working. Simpsons, I'm on season 12 by now. I've been watching Simpsons to make up for the fact that I was basically fully cut up on my YouTube watch list. Usually I'll be watching my YouTube shows, like Deer Meat for Dinner. What else do I watch? Like Markiplier, Zach Scott Games, Wow Crendor, Jesse Cox, Jeremy Johns. Like, these are just a few of the shows that I follow. Red Letter Media, it's called. They basically comment on like movies and TV shows. Small recovery. It's up here. And if I don't respond to you in chat, I've had like a couple people like drift in and just kind of stop by, say hi, offer some feedback and input. But these are level 1, so this is a lower level area. Got the information, nice. I would say don't feel like you were ignored. That's the most important thing I could say, because as I've commented before when people have come in and started chatting, it's not the case that I'm ignoring you, or at least not willingly ignoring you. It's just the case that I don't have a separate monitor, and as such I don't have a way to track what is said in chat when I'm playing the game. My focus when I'm playing the game is on gameplay. So don't take it as a slight against you. I don't, of course, have any chat now, too. So that's part of the explanation, too, is I just don't have a very popular show. I guess I could try fishing.
Commencing.
If I had a more popular show, I could see the value in investing in a separate setup or simply...
Catch.
Oh, okay, nice. Encyclopedia updated. I'll try one more time. You hold it or... Oops.
Report. Failed.
Okay, try. I'll try one more time. I was saying if my show had a rapid increase in popularity, all of a sudden there's a bunch of engagement, there's a bunch of people watching my show. I think it's hold.
Report. Success.
Mackerel machine.
Complete.
There actually is a way you can go up here too. I saw. Not entirely sure where it leads, but I can find. Oh. By going there. Okay. Are these more betrayers? Progress isn't exactly going as planned. Hope you don't mind, but I've been tracking your activity log. Okay, they're just soldiers, I guess. Just very nice music, very nice environments in this game. Kind of a cool little area up here. They appear to be friendly, not like the ones we fought before. I still can't access these chests. Before I forget to mention it, I am also playing Arkham City offline, off-show. Because basically I have a dynamic. Sometimes I have a hard time thinking of the right word to say. I have a dynamic right now where I have a game, of course, that I play and cover for the show. Previously, it was Red Dead Redemption 2. And now it's, of course, Nier Automata. But I also have a game that I play offline. I've beaten offline recently Transistor, Bastion, Arkham Asylum, Batman Arkham Asylum. And right now I'm playing Batman Arkham City offline. If you would like to see me cover here on the show Batman Arkham City, please do let me know in the comments, because that is how I'll know. Otherwise, I'll just be doing it for my own sense of satisfaction, the way I used to play games. And I guess technically still do. Yeah, these enemies are much easier to fight. They are, of course, a lower level. I don't fully agree with enemies having levels. And here's my rationale. It makes it incredibly easy to take these enemies out. And I feel like it disincentivizes, it takes away your motivation to explore the world. Because there are some areas with very high level enemies. And like, you don't want to go there if you're under level. Maybe that was intended by the developers, but I would be more in favor of a system instead where the enemies' levels are scaled to your level. Kind of like Elden Ring. Like, I think Elden Ring had an excellent system. Absolutely superb gameplay. And superb convention. And really, Elden Ring's gameplay was innovative, and I had the perfect word for it, and I think I already forgot it. Elden Ring's gameplay was innovative and just very novel. Very creative in the way that if you got stuck in a certain area, you could go to a different area in order to continue the sense of progression. World of Warcraft, I mean, I'm looking at sort of playing World of Warcraft, the new raid. I've already talked about War Within. I think I'm going to wait for it to decrease in price if I try it at all. I'm kind of burned out on WoW gameplay as it is. Having gotten Invincible, Thunder Fury, Sulfuras in my most recent subscription. I don't really agree with subscription either, which is why I'm not playing it now. But World of Warcraft also had that dynamic where they had different. It's kind of like a mix between Nier Automata's style and Elden Ring style, where they had zones, like we'll say Westfall and Barrens. Westfall and Barrens both were like similar level range, and then they had a higher level range like Stranglethorn Vale and Desolus. And so you could kind of go to different areas. Like if you weren't a high enough level for Duskwood, you could stay in. If you weren't high enough for Duskwood, you could stay in Westfall, or if you weren't high enough for Westfall, conversely, you could stay in Northshire. And so you can kind of see how World of Warcraft catered gameplay to player choice through the faction system, through the choice of zones. It's just a very ingenious, that's the word I'm thinking I'm looking up. That's the word I'm looking for, ingenious way of catering to the gamer. And I'll be right back. World of Warcraft and Elden Ring, both solid games, some of the best games I've ever played. Be right back. I have to use the bathroom. Stand by. And what I should be doing more often is, instead of just leaving it here, I should be doing this. So yes, I'll be right back. Stand by. Alrighty, folks. I am back. Okay. And yes, I will do well with your feedback. If the microphone is too loud, please let me know. I could adjust it. If the game's sound is overpowering, I could also adjust that as well. And yes, I'm so glad that the driver fixed that issue with the camera. That the functionality has been restored of the camera, which is a relief because I have another meeting coming up tomorrow, and then I've got another meeting on Friday. So it's just like just in time. And unfortunately, I had a couple of very important meetings that the camera was still malfunctioning during an interview recently. Actually, I think it malfunctioned for a couple of interviews. Sadly, yeah. But I guess I could always reschedule to the interview if that ever happens. Um, and there was an information session for an academic program I'm considering. I've already attended it before, and when I attended it before, the camera was working just fine. Okay, I'll get back in the gameplay, but this most recent time, it let's see, they could see me, but they couldn't hear me. I think that was the issue. You come here to challenge the trials. Enter and be welcome. Mass machine. I'm a bit over leveled for this area, so that's fine. I do still think about World of Warcraft. That's machine. I have to respect rule 15,392, so I won't kill you. I have a goal that I'm thinking about where I would like to reach max level with all the classes. I'm not sure how long that would take. I'm still working on like Monk, I know for a fact, Mage, Rogue, Evoker. And then of course I need to level all my tunes, all of them to, I believe it's 80 now. Yeah, because they increase the level cap with War Within, so again, they're able to keep that treadmill going. And if you're an altaholic like me, I mean, I have basically like 10 different characters now. I basically have to max again. Wish you good luck. As you buy it, you'll be fine. I kind of don't feel like talking to all these guys. I've tried my luck at the trials at least 100 times now, but I haven't been able to clear a single one of them. Oops. Sorry about that. Are you okay? Be quiet during the trials. My bad. Usually I don't attack those that do not attack me. This is a sacred place where we worship masks and rules. I'll now provide a more thorough explanation. In this place, we select the true Masked One. In order to become the true Masked One, 6 trials must be overcome. If you possess the will to continue, register yourself at the reception area. If you wish to challenge the trials. Trial of Sand accepted. Very well. You are not allowed to use items in this arena, so keep your hands where I can see them. Rule 60,513. I shall accept your request to challenge the trial. Are so many rules really necessary? Which trial do you wish to challenge? What are the rules? And he goes on and on and on because there are thousands of rules. Start at the first, go to the second. Once you complete the second, you'll be permitted to attempt the third and so forth. This hereby completes the explanations required by Rule 2858. Okay, let's get it over with. I've been thinking a lot about my career. And without using your pod. And these are higher level too. Can I heal? Let me see if I can heal. Is healing not allowed? I don't want to waste. I think it's not allowed. Just have to be a little bit careful. One's down. Try not to be in front of them when they attack. I know, I'm trying to get away. Nice. I'm taking like just a bunch. I've taken a bunch of damage. You gotta not like prime and attack. Yeah, I gotta get away from that. Okay, I think yes, he's down good. I'm learning like the combat. I really rely heavily on
Damn.
darn it, I was so close.
In accordance with Rule 61.
I'm definitely dissatisfied with that. Alright, let me try it again. I feel like I was very close. I mean, I am under leveled as well. I'm level... $17 and these are level 25. Darn it. Very nice hit. Very nice hit. Okay, I'm like getting the hang of it. Not like I did last time. You gotta like start the attack before they're up on you. Okay, that like almost completely missed him. Good hit. Let one in. Kind of a slow attack, that one. Again, I rely on the pod. Oh, come on. A lot during the fight. Maybe I should just not do this now. Anyway, the film I was watching, let's see, can I remember? Dang it. I think I'm gonna have to just redo this. I'm taking a bunch of damage. It was called Nonstop. Yes, that was the film I watched today. Overall, I think it was pretty good with Liam Neeson. Yeah. And what's her name? Mary Tyler Moore now. Julianne Moore. I kind of wonder what it would be like if I was like a high-paid actor. My life would definitely be easier. Yeah, I'm not going to do this right now. It's a little bit too high level for me anyway. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do it later, another time. It was a good try, though. I mean, technically I did complete phase 1. In spite of the fact that I was underleveled, again. In spite of the fact I was underleveled. Yeah, like I said, I'm just watching a bunch of stuff, and I'm still technically behind on my shows. Like, there is still so much content to catch up on. Like, I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. I'm watching Simpsons. Like I said, I'm on season 12. I'm watching... movies. Occasionally, like, when I'm eating dinner, I watch movies. And I really do like it. Like, I'm just awash in the possibilities right now. Like, between my career, again, I'm looking at the Army, I'm looking at Border Patrol. My mom doesn't want me to join those, but, you know, it's my life. I just want an adventure IRL, really. But looking at unemployment, like, it's not all bad. I mean, if I wasn't like worried about how to pay for stuff, like if I was given a pass on rent by my landlord, which I did ask him about, but no dice. If I did have a pass on like the car payment and rent and all those other expenses I have, life would be pretty good right now for me. I just had this thought the other day that I could kind of think about it like I've been on one really long vacation. Like just like a 6-month long vacation, basically. And yeah, I was going to talk about the other shows on my watch list. I sometimes will talk about it. Shows that I haven't caught up on that I want to watch. Oh wow, look at this. Sand. Can I even get through this? I think I'm making progress, it's just much slower. Rick and Morty. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, King of the Hill. I feel like it's just a list. It's just a long list. Family Guy, American Dad, Gumball. And it's that all these shows are on the streaming platforms, which is why I'm trying to get to them. I think I'm making progress. It's just very slow and gradual from what I understand. Let's see. Maybe I can't access that now. I can go around it. Uh-huh. Oasis. I'm not a big fan of deserts. I lived in Phoenix for like 5 years.
Oh, right. It's
I
from
don't
that
ever want
woman's
to move back.
photograph. I'll be sure to get her the coordinates.
Here in Denver, it's not so bad. Like, I've been here in Denver for about a couple of years now. A few years, I think. And I'll take Denver over Phoenix any day. Denver's got cold winters, but Phoenix has like blistering hot summers. Like, just, it's like a dry heat. It's like shoving your head in an oven, basically. Anytime you step outside, you're just like smacked with hot air. Door has soldier here too. Chest I still can't open. Violence this time was not the answer. What if I should try fishing here?
Commencing fishing.
Oh, I see. It's where I aim. Yeah, I entered the sweepstakes today. I don't think I won. I haven't really done that too often. And I think I should do more just to help get me out of the house too, because I also have like a miniature in real life achievement where I try to like visit every music venue. Every local music venue. So I've already been to like Red Rocks Amphitheater. I've already been to Levitt Pavilion. I've been to Ogden Theater. Mission Ballroom. So it's like I'm just trying to visit all these venues. I think there's still like 3 or 4 at least music venues here locally that I have not been to. And Fiddler's Green is one of them. One of the ones I have not yet been to. And this Ballerina. Ballerina is another one that I have not been to. I just want to get out more, really. And the problem with shows is they're also very expensive. Like, traveling to Japan was very expensive. It's all expensive. Like, what can I say? If only I had better means, I would probably be traveling more often. Because I do like seeing the world. I do like seeing other cultures. And I even thought about returning to China to finish my itinerary, because there was a bunch of stuff I didn't get to. Like, I didn't get to see the Great Wall of China. Didn't get to see Mount Fuji. You think I'm done?
Report. Fresh. Complete.
Okay, where to next? I think I'm coming up on the end of today's episode. I am, again, just so happy, so elated that this laptop is working well again. The camera is finally working. You can kind of see the show as it was originally intended, with the compelling gameplay, with my voice and expression. So you're able to pick up on all that in today's episode, and I absolutely love it. As Jesse Cox would say, I'm here for it. And I hope you're here for it too. Again, I keep saying it, YouTube, Google, get my name out there, please. Stormer Show, make it known. And if you just so happen to be watching it, pass it on. Tell somebody you know. Hey, there's this great show called Stormer Show. Check it out. Trial of Sand. I think there's one more thing I'm going to find here. And then I believe that'll be it. Let me go ahead and check the time here really fast. Photographs. Yeah, there's not really much else going on, is there? Oil fields. Still about 10 minutes left. And yeah, let me just say, I'm having a blast with this game so far. Nier Automata, I would definitely recommend it. And this is, of course, an older game. I think it came out in 2018, if I remember correctly. I do like going back am playing old games. Because I think they are very interesting stories to tell. They're kind of like movies. Interactive experiences, and I'm telling you, some of my fondest memories have been exploring these virtual worlds. I can't even tell you like how good of a time I had playing World of Warcraft again with Classic. It's just such a great experience. Death Stranding was an incredible experience, unforgettable experience. I still remember the songs. I took the easy way out. And asylums for the feeling, yes. We need you all. Don't suffer alone. Tell us. Oh my gosh. Such a good game. Such a good message. Killer songs. Killer soundtrack. And that's one thing I'm noticing with, like, with all these games like Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk, Nier Automata, Death Stranding, like all these games just seem like they're all trying to like one up each other with like how incredible their soundtrack is. I think soundtracks are like games themselves. They just keep getting better and better over time. It's getting to the point where I tell people like, look up the soundtrack. What is happening here? Where am I? Kind of weird. It's like a level thing. Trail of sand. Yeah, I should teleport. Teleport to village. Is that Pascal? Yeah, Pascal, yeah. Alternatively, I could go to the housing complex. I think I should go to Pascal's village. Okay, alright. Thus far, I've had a good experience with Nier Automata. Would I recommend it? Yes. Do I need more views on my show? Yes. Do I need more likes, more comments, more shares, more subscribes? Yes. Do I need more donations? Yes. Because I would love to be able to do this for my career. I would love to be able to do this for my job. This is what my passion is. Gaming. This is how I spent most of my, young adult life, is sitting at home playing games. I didn't explore the world as much when I probably could have, maybe should have. But the reason I didn't is because travel is expensive. And as I found in Japan, it is actually hard to get around. Especially with the language barrier. Like, I wouldn't mind going back to Europe. I haven't seen Australia and I would like to go. I would like to go to Canada. And there are a lot of other places I haven't been to that I would like to go. But, like, I'm a little bit more wary about the language barrier post-Japan. Like, I could definitely see the language barrier being an issue, for example, if I were to, say, return to China for the purpose of seeing all the things that I missed. And yeah, it comes down to money. Time and money. It's like, do you have the time to learn the language? Do you have the money to afford stuff like flights and hotels, food? It gets expensive, y'all. I don't know when I'll be able to travel again. I kind of want to do Carnival next year and see Brazil for the first time. I think I'm going to use my flight credit on that. I have a future flight credit with American. Yeah. I put myself a reminder. I need to not forget that. I have to use it basically by July of next year. Hello, Jean-Paul. Do you have a moment? I have a couple different options too for that. I could either return to Asia or, like I said, I could go to South America. which are very high. Both are very high on my list. I also want to see Africa. I want to see Egypt. I want to see the pyramids. So maybe that's an option too. Decisions. Much like my life and career right now, I'm like, do I want to be a principal? Do I want to be a psychologist? Do I want to go back to teaching? Do I want to go down a different path? Do I want to go into law and become a lawyer? It's hard to say what lies ahead. And I have a meeting tomorrow again where I'm going to be meeting with someone representing a meteorology department, because I think Stormer, the weather guy, would be totally awesome. Kind of a joke in and of itself, right? Its own joke. Moments are transitory, one cannot possess them. A moment passed is a moment lost, a symbol of idle, unrestrained apathy that... Can you please just take the present already? Let me see. Here you go. Ah yes, fascinating. The machine who gave this to us said you were both suspicious and alluring. It seems the so-called gift is nothing more than a piece of unadorned glass. Therefore I can only surmise that you want us to bring a message back to the woman who gave this to you? I mean, I'll trifle, no. Okay then, let's go. I have another present for you. The fossil. One of your followers asked us to deliver it to you. I see. Said you were indescribably passionate when it came to learning, or something like that. Mechanical fossil, no use at all. You want us to tell her anything on your behalf, or I'll not waste words on mere junk? Junk? He doesn't seem to appreciate the gifts he's getting. I suppose we should get it. Go tell his followers exactly what he thinks of them, huh? I'll be waiting for some kind of reply. Okay. Halfway inventor and photographs. They're in opposite directions though, so what I might have to do is turn around and then come back. And yeah, I mean, I've got a lot going on in my life in spite of the fact that I'm not working. I took a test today for Border Patrol. It was a very tricky test, very tricky. They actually got me with the wording on one of the questions too. They said, like, which one is not the answer? And I chose the one that was the answer, so I got that question wrong. I like instantly kicked myself too. I'm like, dang it, I know I got that one wrong. Because I realized after I hit submit that I got the wrong answer, so I was like, dang it. I'll buy some more large. I'll buy 5 large. I'll buy one more. I find over time that I'm using less and less items. I want more permanent items, if that makes sense. Come back and see me anytime. It's getting to the point where I have just a bunch of... I have a bunch of money. And nothing to spend it on. Machine sword. Dude, look. Oh, 350. I was like, dude, look at the damage on this. Dang. Kind of close to upgrading. Virtuous Treaty. I think I should use Virtuous and Type 40 for now. Yes. Hope that guy in the force is okay. Your weapons. Isn't there a way to do a shortcut? I think there is. You change equipment. Weapons. Lance. Whip. Over that, and then I'll just rock weapon set 2. Yeah, this is the one, yeah. Cool.
I'm sorry.
Oops.
I'm sorry.
How do I apologize? My bad about that. I'm trying to test my weapon. My bad. Alright, how much time do I still have left? I'm about on the money. I think what I'm going to try to do is do this really fast. and then I'm gonna come back and save, and I'll be at the end of the episode, like right on the hour mark right now. We're finding a place to end, but I am curious about what that is. Really much better thanks to the parts you found. Take this. Boss girl complete. Again, beautiful music. I mean, we were kind of missing it in today's episode. I'm hoping this is just simple. It isn't some like grand adventure. Again, I'm in the process of wrapping up. I like the music change. Very soothing music, very nice music. Can't emphasize it enough. Great music. I kind of did wonder about the race to world first. I think I have what it takes to do it, and that it could be a way to increase my fame too. Because I'm a good gamer for sure, and I'm experienced in WoW. I think I'm good at the game. I don't know if I would say I'm a top tier raider, but I think I am good at my class. Hunter, Druid, Pally. Currently invested me to the tune of 10G. Alright. Be able to provide certain dividends in return. I'll invest 10 or 20. I'll invest 10. 2 days later. I've done it. Feast dies and senses like upon my new invention. Upper ore. The clump. The circuit. Beam recovery, just a bunch of items. Meteorite, reset chip. The staggering work of genius is exhausting my funding. What are my denominations? I just don't want to blow all my money in one go, because I don't know. It's true I have a surplus right now, but it's hard for me to say what lies ahead. So I think I'm going to play it safe and just spend a small amount. I'm learning more about the way the world works too. I tried to get some like full refunds when I went abroad, and people can get nasty when you try to get your money back. I mean, it's kind of messed up, really. Alright, I'm just glad my laptop is working. That wasn't the one, this is the one. Yes, you're finally seeing the Stormer show in the way that it was meant to be broadcast. With me in full view, with my voice fully and completely heard. I think I'm going to want to go back and double check this episode just to see and make sure everything is working out well. Gotta get those views up. Come on. 0 views episode after episode. Nier Automata, this is an incredibly good game. And while sure, maybe it's not as popular as Cyberpunk or Sekiro or Red Dead Redemption 2, but that doesn't mean it's not worth a watch or a listen. I mean, if you've been following, if you just so happen to stumble upon the series and hear the music, just the music, it is incredible. And yes, I could somewhat foretell this game's review. The words that I'll say in this game's review. I'll say I had a positive first impression, maybe. I think I'm undoubtedly going to have to mention the music. I mean, the music is just exquisite. I tried to use different words too to show I have an expansive vocabulary, which I do. I just need to get my show out there so more people can see and know what I'm about. I mean, this is my hobby. Even back when I was working, this is the real me. This is who I become when I'm at my most perfect and relaxed. My most relaxed state, my most restful, my most peaceful state is when I'm sitting at home, watching my programs, my shows, playing my favorite game or games, having these experiences. And yes, if everything works out, I'll be back to work hopefully within a month or two. I gotta hope, and cope. Keep hoping that something there is going to work out because if so, I'll be able to start going out more again too. I'll be able to start going to more shows. I'll be able to, go on more trips, more road trips, travel more because I still have a few more years on my passport. And what's life if you can't live it? It's very dependent on your means. And right now, I have nothing coming in. I was able to pad it somewhat with unemployment, but I mean, the well run dry, basically. So it's like, uh, i in my life, it's gonna start getting to the point where it's like I'm gonna start feeling the pressure. Like I gotta get something going. And that's the whole reason why I cut the Japan trip short. I was gonna spend basically the entire month of July this year in Japan and China. I planned 3 weeks for it. And I ended up having to cut it short because of those financial pressures. I came back after only a few days. That's why I say, please support the show. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Donations, Bemmel Stormer Show. Donations would be huge right now because that can help me with my living expenses. Even just getting by costs money. Everything costs money. So yeah, I mean, shoot, I'm gonna have to wait and see. I have to take a serious look at my life over the next week or couple of weeks because I don't know what I can drum up out here. I mean, it's true, I did work here for 2 years. And I think I just gotta keep applying, keep looking around, keep trying to be found. I hope that school that I interviewed at, what was it, Monday? That's now Wednesday. I hope that school is able to follow through and hire me because that is going to enable me to stay essentially longer term. I guess I just have to ask myself, is that really what I want? Do I really want to stay here in Denver? I am away from my family. Most of my family is back in California. And for sure, for certain, I would relish moving back. Just maybe not with my parents because I'm 33 years old now and it's basically not the same house that I left. I don't have a room there anymore. So even just to move back in with my parents, I wouldn't say it's like heck, but I'm gonna have some very harsh realities. Very harsh realities. So yeah, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time. Big talk here, big talk. Trying to not like let it get to me, trying to push away all the negative thoughts. I'm not quite as negative as I used to be. I'm slowly getting better with that over time. I think getting out of the house is helpful for me to improve my outlook. And I think this show does help. If I had a bigger audience too and I could talk to you guys and we could, bounce ideas back and forth, I think that would help me out too. Just being able to talk to somebody, talk to people on the show. And I can at least feel like someone's listening to me. I'm not just shouting out into the void, that I'm just, talking to myself. I just have some very heavy thinking to do, as I've done for the last few months. Is fast change arriving? Is slow change moving out? Like the Seal song once sang. Can't say, it's hard to tell. Just gonna have to see where my life goes. Because I could potentially find myself somewhere very different. Ave, Ave Maria. Ave, Ave Maria. All right, but I know that was a bunch of heavy talk at the end of the episode, guys. Whoever might happen to be watching this, I do appreciate the help. Thanks for watching. Sleep tight. Have a good night. I've been your host, Stormer Show. Glad to be back on the air with a show that is working correctly now. There's all the drivers. Sleep tight. Have a good night. And as always, thanks for watching.